Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all our friends from beyond the binary. It's the Blind Alley podcast.
I think this is the Blind Alley podcast.
I guess one of your hosts, Stephen Downey.
I suppose I'm your other host, Ross Flaherty.
Where have you been?
I've been here all the time. Where the fuck have you been?
Oh, you cheeky Scott. I've been busy. We've been busy, folks.
We have been busy.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
I can see you.
I can fucking see you.
We're back. Not for long, though. We've been away.
Yeah, but we've been doing things.
We have been.
We've been working on a short film.
Yes.
Which will be released the day after this is released.
Yes. If you're listening to this, it should be a Friday. Well, if you listen to this, it could be like 2 years from now. And on date of release.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened was, okay, we'll just start from the start.
Yeah, okay.
We'll get back to the meat and potatoes of what we were doing. So we were doing a podcast.
Yes.
We ended up in episode 27, and we recorded 2 more episodes.
We did, yeah.
But they were a bit cat. They were poor.
They weren't good.
And we came to the realization that I think it's time we bring this iteration of the podcast to end, I guess.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes. We're bringing the series to an end.
Yes.
Because we just couldn't be arsed trying to be like this anymore.
We were drowning on dry land.
Yeah, it was difficult.
Even when we shorten things to half an hour, just having a half an hour to talk about nothing in particular is so much more difficult than you think.
Yeah, and when we started, we had stuff to talk about, but then, just once we started Blind Alley Productions, we just got way too involved in it, and it's all we had to talk about was Blind Alley stuff, and that's not very fucking entertaining.
Yeah, so the podcast talking about our podcasting and filmmaking stuff is,
it's not great. No one wants to listen to that. So we said, hey, look, no point in beating a dead horse. I think from the get-go, Blind Alley Podcast, sure, we would have liked to go on forever talking about interesting things, but in the end, I guess it served as just to dip our toes, cut our teeth on some podcasting.
Yeah.
I think it went well with that.
I think so. And to be clear, this isn't like the end of the Blind Alley podcast. This is just the end of regularly scheduled Blind Alley podcasts.
It's ironic. We haven't been regular in 2 months.
No.
We haven't put up an episode, but we're stopping weekly podcast. Yeah. There might be a time when we have a person we want to talk to on the pod, and we're like, okay, we'll drop a Blind Alley episode.
Yeah. But we're working on something new.
Yes, we're not stopping podcasting.
No.
No. I know you're worried. I know you're like, where am I going to get my fix of the boys audio-wise on a weekly basis? Well, never you fret. That one person out there who gives a flaming fuck. We... just random entertaining conversation wasn't our strong suit.
No, it really wasn't.
We're not fucking comedians.
No.
And it's difficult to maintain that shit, as Ross said, for half an hour on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
What we do like doing is making movies.
Yes.
We're movie people.
Yes.
We're film makers or wanting to be filmmakers.
Film watchers and aspiring filmmakers.
And that was the other thing about, yes, I said, film watchers and, we're enthusiasts wanting to be professionals. But, this is the thing, is that we spent too much time, I guess, in the last podcast trying to appeal to the people we thought might be listening.
Yes.
Which is not sustainable. No. Not for us, at least.
No, what's sustainable is doing what we
want to do. And I knew this. I'm watching YouTubers from the get-go. They're always like, if you try and pander to your quote-unquote audience, as if I appreciate all you listening out there, but an audience of people is like a stadium, not a bathroom stall. There's like 4 people listening. But, we want to make stuff that we like and then find the audience that would like to listen to it. So we're going to start a podcast orientated around film making, I guess.
Yes.
But not in a way that'd be boring for you to listen. No. Do you want to go into the specs of our new podcast?
Yeah, sure. Okay. It's going to work on a season basis, a bit like this.
Yeah. It's called From Seat to Screen.
Yes.
Where we bring y'all from your little couches right on to the scene of a Hollywood movie.
I didn't quite say Hollywood.
No, well, fuck Hollywood.
Hollywood is small, no-budget Irish production.
Yeah, exactly. We basically want to... as Ross was saying, it's going to work on a season basis.
Yes.
Where you choose a genre.
Yeah.
Every season, let's just say.
Yeah.
We watch 6 movies, films in that genre, and we sit down and we analyze it in terms of filmmaking aspects.
Yes.
The lights, camera, action of it all.
Yes.
Obviously, it's going to be a bit more fucking in depth.
More of a sort of analysis from a filmmaker's perspective rather than like a film critic sort of perspective.
We're not going to try and make it too fucking complicated. So if you don't know anything about filmmaking, it's just an analysis of maybe some of your favorite movies or movies you haven't seen before that you're curious about.
Yes.
And then at the end of the series, we're going to try and take what we've learned and make a movie.
Yeah, based on that genre and what we've learned from watching those films.
Because we'll go into each season with preconceived notions as to what a genre should be.
Yeah.
But we might learn some stuff along the way, and hopefully by the end we'll have what we consider close to perfect movie in that genre.
Yeah.
And we'll do our best anyway. And at the end of the day, we're going to have... It's going to help us in that we both aspire to work professionally as filmmakers in some capacity. Yeah, and we both want to
build reels.
Yeah, portable ELS.
Yes.
And this it's going to be good. It's going to be more video content. It's going to be more audio content, and it's going to be more high production quality content. This is the set, by the way.
Yes.
If you're watching at home on the YouTubes, we built a set. We built a set, inverted commas. I'm using not inverted commas this episode, so you better be watching at home. Yeah, so we're going to be rocking it here, talking movies, making movies, hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully. Of course, there's going to be teething problems along the way, as there always is.
And obviously, we're going to start off with more sort of quite, broad genres or whatever, and then down the road, we'll go into maybe more specific or subgenres, etc., etc.
Definitely there's not a shortage of genres we can dip our toes
into. We're not gonna run out.
No. At some point, we're going to have to touch a sci-fi movie. I don't know what the fuck. But this is it. It breeds creativity because you say, like, sci-fi is going to be difficult, but you watch a movie like Super 8. Obviously, that was a lot higher budget than us, but, like, if you can do sci-fi in a creative way. Yeah.
We just need to work within our limitations and, so if it's sci-fi, well, we're not going to have a load of visual effects aliens or whatever. But
science fiction, you could have a Butterfly Effect-esque movie where this guy keeps on, or like a Groundhog Day thing where he time travels and we just like pop people. We're movie makers. We can control the reality of our world that we make.
Yes.
There shouldn't be a problem where special effects are required to make a science fiction movie.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it. That being said, we're going to start with comedy now. We'll save that for episode 1 to reveal what genre we're going to start with. In terms of advertising, marketing, blah, 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 we're just going to stick... We have our Instagram for Blind Alley Productions. It's not a podcast-orientated thing. It's just Blind Alley Productions. We're going to... You just stay following that. It's not just a podcast thing. It's Zen Master's Guide to Buttered Noodles is up there. This new series is going to be up there. Whenever the fuck we upload another Blind Alley podcast episode, it's going to be up there.
Yeah.
Fun.
All our stuff is going to be there.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Do you have any fears?
I mean, I suppose just doing stuff that none of us have, neither of us have touched before.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to bloody well make a rom-com, but you know what? We'll watch the films. We'll figure it out.
See,
I don't expect amazing results, but hopefully I'm happy with them.
Yeah. Well, this is the fun thing. You say that, but a lot of film enthusiasts... Sorry, I thought my light was on fire behind me. A lot of film enthusiasts have their Mount Rushmore of the best directors of all time. And you have different criteria for what makes an amazing director. People say Christopher Nolan is one of the best directors of our generations. That's very much arguable considering... I think nobody would argue that Steven Spielberg is one of the greatest directors who's ever lived. And I think that's the case because he can touch literally any genre and make a fantastic film. You let him give him a sci-fi and he'll throw a bloody E.T. at you. Give him a bloody rom-com, give him a war movie, give him anything. He can make a fantastic movie. Imagine Christopher Nolan trying to do a rom-com.
Yeah, I feel like some directors have more of a niche, perhaps.
Yeah.
But then again, at the same time, I don't know. It could be sort of self-perpetuating that they make these sort of films and then that's the sort of stuff that they end up whatever.
You don't want that. We want a diverse reel.
Yeah, it's a bit like Edgar Wright's new film, Last Night in Soho,
yeah.
which I haven't seen yet. It'll be released in cinemas soon, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
But yeah, based on looking at the trailer, it's very different to the stuff like Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead.
Just a Cornetto trilogy in general, or Baby Driver.
Yeah, but no, I'm excited to...
Scott Pilgrim, he's diverse enough.
Yeah. And he did his TV series Space years ago.
Yeah, it's all kind of comedy orientated though.
Yes.
Even Baby Driver wasn't not funny.
Yeah, it was still...
There was entertaining
sort of
kind of humorous bits in it. So yeah, Last Night in Soho I'm looking forward to. I like seeing directors go a little bit out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
What's the point if you don't do that?
Yeah.
You don't want to be pigeonholed to a single...
No.
If that's your cup of tea, fine, that's fine. If you're like a Zack Schneider type who just wants to do like dark, gritty kind of movies...
Well, like, go for it, like...
Yeah, of course, because you can do that thing, you can do it well, that's fine, but we don't want to do that. Yeah. Imagine if we just made fucking sci-fi... Oh, we should say that while we were gone, we did shoot a short film.
Yes, did we not mention this?
No, I don't think so. That's going to be out. If you're listening to this on the Friday this episode is released, that should be out this weekend.
Yeah.
If you're listening to it after that, just go on to YouTube. Do you want to give the title now? Or don't wait?
No, let's wait. Let's let them see it.
Okay, we had good fun.
Yeah.
We shot it with some friends.
We initially sort of had thought of it as more of like a... Look, we haven't shot any sort of film stuff really... recently anyway, and we're like, we'll just do a quick maybe like a 24-hour thing, we're shooting 24 hours.
Oh God.
It ended up being a lot longer than that.
Yeah, unfortunately it did take a little bit longer than that. But we were going to go into this podcast series where we in the beginning it was like, let's do every month. We'll do whatever, we'll record in a batch and then we'll shoot a film once a month, and it's like, what the fuck? It's an awful huge thing to take on when we've never shot a film together.
Yeah. I
think it went well anyway.
Yeah.
I look forward to shooting more. I'd look forward to getting better.
Yes. We also learned a fair bit from that.
We did. It was great. Great learn. I love learning stuff, especially stuff you're passionate about.
I think one of the big things was just how much more, just even personally, I need to learn about lighting and how to light stuff.
I think the lighting in it is good. It's difficult. We don't have the space for it.
It's like even where we are now, it's like it's a sort of a smallish bedroom.
Yeah.
Which we've sort of tried to soundproof, and we've put a backdrop up and stuff.
Yeah. If people are watching at home, you probably try to imagine. You probably they wouldn't even notice where the lights are. But if you're watching, you probably notice there's a light behind Ross, there's a light behind me, and there's two huge lights pointing at either of us, getting this nice daylight balanced glow on us.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't even fucking realise it. Everything everyone watches these is so well produced that they only recognise shit lighting.
Yes.
There's one of these invisible things that people don't realise until it's bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck.
So I'm hoping this is fine.
I think this is good. It looks good anyway. Oh, and also colour editing. Fuck me, did we learn a lot with colour grading.
Oh,
so
that
much.
was a steep learning curve.
It was great. I think we learned a lot though. I love learning stuff. We learned so much.
I
feel like we're... Like before, I don't know what the fuck we were at. We're just messing. But now I feel like we're there at like novice level.
Yeah. But it also... Something I just didn't really comprehend before, and it makes sense now, is how much of color grading is selective. I want this, the just the greens or maybe just the mids to be some way or some color or a little bit brighter or whatever. Whereas in my head, it was always like something that you're doing to the entire frame.
Thing, yeah. No, you got to touch. Oh man, you really get an eye for color once you start color grading.
Oh yeah.
And then that feeds into, okay, so we want our color grade to be like this. That means to make it easy for ourselves later, we should have our costumes look like this.
Yes.
So we're not fucking clashing.
Because we were looking at reference frames from films and stuff, and I'm like, okay, we kind of want it to look, similar to that. And then looking at her set and costumes, it's like, oh, this is shite.
It was like, oh, we're looking at Call Me by Your Name, and it was like, oh, Timothée Chalamet's wearing a beautiful red shorts, and Armie Hammer's use a nice canvas shirt, and they're in beautiful Italy, and then we're like, okay, so Joe's wearing a grey tracksuit, and he's in Castle Troy.
Yeah. And our wall is kind of yellow and
it's
starchy.
That's the worst thing. It's kind of yellow, but not really.
It's just an off-white, off-yellowy.
It was a scene for scene struggle sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think
the windows, the window frames are just some dirty brown.
God, production design is important. Like,
I know.
This is why people build sets.
Or maybe we should wipe the bird shite off the window.
I think we cut that in the end. I think we cut that shot. There was like a shot where he's looking out the window and there's bird shit in the window. It was a dirty shot because there's like this red brick houses in the background. They were annoying to work with. And then there's big, just very distracting bird shit. When you're doing scene for scene and you're looking at like seconds and frames, you really notice everything wrong with it. And after a while, you don't really recognize what you're looking at anymore. You're like, is that very will that catch the viewer's eye?
Yeah, or you start fixating on the door handle and you're like, oh no, we can see the door. Everyone's going to notice it.
Well, for that scene, there was nothing in the frame but like the primary actor and then just this fucking doorknob.
Yeah.
And people are going to think, are they up their own holes and trying to do some weird Kubrick thing? He like leans back and reveals it at one point. It's like, has he revealed that he's turned into a knob or something? What's going on here? I wonder if that actually happens with fucking filmmakers like Nolan or Kubrick or Spielberg, where like production or the director or cinematographer, someone just makes a mistake, and then these idiot fanboys just go and project their ideas onto like, oh yeah, totally, Kubrick definitely meant that, and fucking gold reserves and ancient Indian burial. Like, no, I think you just made a mistake.
I
think production, they were shooting and they forgot to put a chair against the wall. And but Kubrick doesn't make mistakes.
You know what? He was a man.
Mistakes. He was a man.
He is a human.
He was a human. He didn't do the moon landing. I love Kubrick as a film. Man, I love the movie. Kubrick is weird. Okay, I don't know why I love him. I appreciated his craftsmanship.
Okay.
But he was a bastard.
Yeah. You like
fucking got good performances.
You appreciate the sweet of his labour, but maybe not his labour methods.
If Shelley Duvall literally wasn't shedding hair on set of The Shining, I think I could, lean a bit more in his direction. Man, it's tough. You have to work with these people. There's a thin line between actors as humans and actors as just people on set. For him, I guarantee you, he saw Shelley Duvall as what was her name in The Shining?
I can't remember.
We can.
I can't.
It was Johnny and what the fuck was her name, Ross?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Have you seen Shining?
Yes.
Yeah, we saw it together.
Cinema.
What the fuck was her name? We're sitting here until we get it. We'll have to cut a lot out, but don't Google it. I'll kill you. It wasn't Annie.
Enjoy this intermission.
Wendy Torrance, I think her name was, Ross.
All right, okay, yeah. Great old brain on you there, Stephen.
You definitely didn't Google it and then just tell me. Fuck, I would have gotten it if you weren't on camera and there were like timers going and clocks going over there and a literal white hot light on the back of my neck. Ross is using a nice LED panel which produces little to no heat, and I'm using just a fucking
tungsten redhead.
It tantamount to a fire lit behind me.
And you see it's sitting on top of like
a tinfoil.
A bed sat on its side. So we have a tinfoil and a chopping board underneath the light to prevent a fire.
We do have cold ones. That's lukewarm at this point. My fucking head. Anyway, there are plans. Like it or lump it. This is the nice thing. People listening, if they want to and are interested in movies, go listen to Seat to Screen. There's going to be a lot less bullshittery, stupid fucking... It'll be something that I can actually show my family and be proud of, and not like, don't listen to that episode because it's silly and...
Yeah, we're not just horseshitting around.
No, we're not horseshitting around. There'll be... If we want to horseshit around, we'll come on here and horseshit around.
Yes.
But from Seat to Screen, we're going to try and be serious filmmaking. We can have fun and enjoy the films and stuff, but we want to learn something.
Yes.
And hopefully teach you something.
Yeah.
From Seat to Screen. Name TBD, maybe? I'm happy with Seat to Screen.
I'm happy with Seat to Screen. I think that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I like it too. Anything else you want to talk about for episode 1? Or this episode should go up 28, 29, 30.
Yes.
Should all go up on the same day because we're just sick. We just want to...
There's no point in dragging this... We're wrapping up the season of the podcast. No point in dragging it over 3 weeks before we start the new stuff. Might as well just get it out of the way and get into the new stuff.
Ross wanted not to just drop it at 27, but I thought
I was happy to just drop it at 27.
It's going to annoy the shit out of me. I said, no, we'll do it 3-part or IP special where we just fucking put the bloody thing to rest. Happy season, whatever, and then on episode 30, boom, happy days. So I was going to pump it out all in one day. In the next 2 episodes, we are just tipping into a bevy here. The next 2 episodes are going to be a little bit more. What is the next episode going to be? Just fucking loosey goosey, I guess. We're going to be drinking.
Just your fill of us horsing around.
Since you've been gone. That was a song.
Yeah.
Little has reopened. It's ironic because I live just with my girlfriend now in the house we were living with over the summer, and Ross moved out. And as soon as Ross moved out, the Lidl opened.
Yes.
They must have heard you were leaving, just down the road, but still. And then I went in the first day, and Sotma is a cider we really like, the Scandinavian style cider. Before the podcast started rolling, I told Ross it's my S's that I'm worried about. We were doing our little vocal tests, our vocal challenges, our me, mommy moves. And I was like, that's all fine, just the S's I'm worried about. And then I just said Scandinavian style cider.
And you said it beautifully, Stephen.
And when I'm listening back to this, all I'll hear is it's like a fucking snake.
And I'll say, Stephen, you're grand.
Suttomas are back. We're tipping into them. Happy as Larry. This is the first one Ross has had in over a year and a half.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
We had a few toffee yum yums. Happy days.
£2 as well, isn't it?
2 buckarooscoos.
Yeah.
And we have buddy 8-pack of Rockshore out there for €8 a pop. And we also have a half a shoulder of vodka.
Oh. No, you mean actually it's like half a 70 CL.
What is it? We haven't touched it. I still don't 100% fucking have in my head what the... Why is it 70 CL? Why does it do it in milliliters like the rest of the fucking liquid on Earth?
Yeah. Why don't they call it 700 milliliters?
Centiliters. Silliness.
Yeah.
Is it 700? What's the centiliter? Is it just 700 milliliters?
Yeah, 70 CL is 700 milliliters.
What the hell is the point of that? Making me do a little bit more maths.
And it's only alcohol that they talk about centiliters in.
It's so strange. Is it... I have no idea why would they do that.
I don't know.
Fuck me, I'm sweating. Do you want to do a crazy thing for the next episode? We swap seats.
Oh, whoa, that'd be so crazy,
that'd be
man.
Wild, wouldn't it? I'm always on the left. Ross are shooting this with 2 cameras. Fuck that middle camera. It was never nice.
It never looked good.
Never looked good.
I feel like even with our increased knowledge of colour grading, it still looks shite.
With our increased knowledge of colour grading, we might be able to fix it somewhat, but not. I also want to sit on dirty big brown chairs out in the bloody living room. We're not sitting at night. We're just floating here, actually. Do you want to just wrap that episode there?
Yeah, I think that's...
Well, like, it's not really wrapping it. Just go on to the next episode. It'll be up.
Well, exactly. You have 3 to listen to in one day if you really want to.
This is 28. Listen to 29. I think do you want to, like, just drink a little bit more before we start rolling on the next episode? We're a little bit more tipsy. And then come episode 30, we're just going to black out on the box.
Also, there won't be any drinking on Seat to Screen.
No.
So, if you're looking for...
Shenanigans
like that.
Go fuck yourself, honestly. If you are looking for shenanigans, if you just message us on Instagram saying, I bloody missed the Shenan Boys.
And then we might give you an episode
if we can find some alcohol somewhere, we might tip into the stores. Fucking hell, it's warm. Okay, let's wrap this shit up.
Also, I just want to point out how this set... We do not have to put it up and take it down every week for the podcast. So
they have no idea how much of a boon that is. Literally an hour. Every episode we shot, we had to take an hour to set shit up. Especially in that sitting room out there because we move couches and tables.
That wasn't even... We only had 1 light in that, or well, maybe 2 lights.
You have 4 here. And boom, 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 boom. That's going to be annoying for us to edit in the video. I hate pointing. Never point. Never point. Anyway, I've been Stephen Downey.
And I've been Ross Flaherty.
See you in the next step.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.